Some breaking news here that even Elon Musk's defenders might want to hear. Within the federal government, the FAA had inked a $2.4 billion contract to overhaul a communication system that serves as the backbone of the nation's air traffic control system. Well, turns out that the administration is now looking to cancel that contract with Verizon and re-award it to a different company, which just so happens to be called SpaceX, which is owned by Elon Musk. And for those who are new to politics, that's the guy who said this.
Well,
he won't be involved.
Yeah, I'll recuse myself if it is.
If there's a conflict, he won't be involved.
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't want that, and he won't want it.
See? Elon would hate that. He recoils at the thought of a conflict. He's merely there to be a patriot who roots out government abuse, like when government contractors self-deal to the tune of billions of dollars, to name an arbitrary example. Even Trump himself assured us that this kind of thing couldn't possibly happen.
Mr. President, given your concerns about corruption, you said that if there were any conflicts of interest with Elon Musk, you wouldn't let him anywhere near it.
That's right.
Doge and SpaceX employees are now working directly at the Federal Aviation Administration and the Defense Department, agencies that have billions of dollars in contracts with Musk's companies or that directly regulate his companies. How is that not a conflict of interest?
Well, I mean, I'm just hearing about it, and if there is, and he told me before I told him, but obviously I will not let there be any conflict of interest. He's done an amazing job. They've revealed, in fact, he's going to be on tonight, a big show called Sean Hannity at 9 o'clock, and he's on and I'm on, and we talk about a lot of different things. And any conflicts, I told Elon, any conflicts, you can't have anything to do with that. So anything to do with possibly even space, we won't let Elon partake in that.
Not Donald Trump lying too. If these two beacons of truth and honesty and integrity can't be trusted, who do we have left? And of course, the reality is that Elon nor Trump care about conflicts of interest. And beyond their tepid and frankly transparent denials, none of their actions actually match their words. Elon took to Twitter writing, "To be clear here, the Verizon communication system to air traffic control is breaking down very rapidly. The FAA assessment is single-digit months to catastrophic failure, putting air traveler safety at serious risk. The Starlink terminals are being sent at no cost to the taxpayer on an emergency basis to restore air traffic control connectivity. The situation is extremely dire." There's something called a loss leader in business. In retail, it's generally a product that you might give away for free, like fries at a restaurant, knowing full well that the cost will be offset by the total purchase that a customer makes. Elon ingratiating Starlink terminals at, quote, no cost to the taxpayer is the crumb that he is throwing us while he works behind the scenes to score a multi-billion-dollar contract that had already been rewarded to a different company. There is nothing patriotic that's happening here. Everything Elon's doing has a financial and professional benefit for him. And by the way, as far as the FAA is concerned, it's not just the fact that SpaceX is beginning the process of privatizing public work or overtaking already rewarded contracts from other contractors. Remember too that the FAA had several open investigations into Tesla, and the FAA had recently ordered SpaceX to carry out a formal investigation into the loss of a Starship vehicle during a test flight, and previously ordered over $630,000 in civil penalties against SpaceX. Although, rest assured now, those investigations will now go away and those fines will be eliminated. But again, we were promised no conflicts, and so what choice do we have but to believe Elon Musk? And the FAA is only the tip of the iceberg. I've gone through this list before, so I apologize if you've heard it already, but it is 100% worth repeating. At USAID, which was the first target of Doge, the Inspector General had already initiated a probe into Starlink's satellite terminals in the Russia-Ukraine war. That Inspector General was then fired, and the investigation was shut down. That benefits Elon. Or how about the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, another early Elon target? Consumers have submitted over 300 complaints about Tesla to the CFPB. And so Trump fired the CFPB director, and he installed Project 2025 architect Russ Vought as the Bureau's acting director. Musk himself tweeted, "Delete CFPB" less than a week after the agency finalized a rule that would put his planned collaboration with Visa to offer a real-time payment system on the platform into the agency's crosshairs. In fact, here's Elizabeth Warren drawing that link quite clearly.
Elon Musk, as you know, he bought Twitter, and he's just lost money hand over fist on that investment. So he's had a better idea, better from his perspective, and that is he's going to do X money. And the idea here is he's going to be everything on the financial side and social side for everybody in the country, maybe around the world if he gets the chance. There's just one bump in the way, and that's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. It's not that they say no. You can go ahead and build a new tech platform, a financial system, good for you. But you've got to follow the basic rules of not cheating people, not lying to people, and not sucking up their personal data and selling it to somebody else. Yeah. He doesn't like that. So he's announced he's going to do X. What a great idea. Move the bump out of the way before you start. You know, it's a little like a bank robber saying, oh, before I go into the lobby with my sacks that I'm ready to fill up, I'm just going to fire the cops.
Yeah.
And now I'll go in and take the money.
So again, Musk clamping down on the CFPB benefits him. Or how about the Department of Labor, which oversees the National Labor Relations Board, the Office of Federal Contract Compliance Program, and the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, all of which had over a dozen open investigations into Tesla and SpaceX regarding alleged unfair labor practices, safety violations, and discriminatory work practices. And in response, well, Trump fired the Department of Labor Inspector General, the chair of the NLRB, blocked their ability to rule on cases, gutted the Office of Federal Contract Compliance Programs via executive order, which prevented their investigation findings about Tesla from being made public, and for good measure, fired 2 of the 3 Democratic commissioners on the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Again, that benefits Musk. The EPA had multiple lawsuits against Tesla over violations of the Clean Air Act and hazardous waste laws at the company's automotive manufacturing plant in Fremont, California. Trump fired the Inspector General. The FEC was set to rule on a number of complaints filed during the 2024 election cycle, including complaints regarding Musk's America PAC, which helped Trump. So Trump illegally removed the FEC chair from her post. The Department of the Interior runs the Fish and Wildlife Service, which Musk has repeatedly clashed with. Trump fired the DOI Inspector General. The DOJ filed a lawsuit in 2023 against SpaceX for allegedly engaging in hiring discrimination and investigations into whether Tesla had been candid in describing the features of its vehicles. Trump has since remade the DOJ in his image. The SEC sued Twitter in January, alleging that Musk misled shareholders about his Twitter stock purchases in 2022 and ordered Musk to pay the federal government as much as $150 million. So, Trump has since pushed out the SEC chair, leaving the agency now with a Republican majority. In each of these instances, in which there were 12 agency conflicts in total, the principal beneficiary isn't some nebulous concept of waste, fraud, and abuse. It is Elon Musk himself. He is getting rid of the cops who regulate his business interests and branding it as a win for Americans. So look, I want to be clear here. I agree that we need to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse. I agree that we should modernize our government systems, but I am damn well certain that we don't need to engage in the absolute worst form of crony capitalism to be able to get there. Elon Musk unilaterally deciding that Elon Musk's company should be awarded every contract is not eliminating abuse, it is exacerbating it. And beyond that, the blatant corruption throws into doubt everything else that he's doing. If he's willing to help himself so obviously in this instance, just a month into office, then how else is he helping himself beyond even what we already know at USAID and EPA and DOL and NLRB and EPA and FCC and DOI and SEC and DOJ? I know that these Republicans traffic on a daily basis in projection, but pretending that you're eliminating abusive behavior while trafficking neck deep in it is precisely what Americans voted against. And yet it is precisely what they got with this administration. Before you go, just a quick note, if you'd like to see more of my content, which is always free of advertising, sponsorships, and paywalls, please make sure to subscribe to this channel using the subscribe button right here on the screen. And if you'd like to support my work even further, you can grab a copy of my instant #1 New York Times selling book, Shameless, available for sale right now. That link is also on the screen. Thanks so much for watching.